And I cannot wait for a chance to go. Wait for a chance to go. I got my bad luck shoes and every excuse to dance these blues away. Ain't coming home. I ain't coming home. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. It's a kangaroo court. A kangaroo court. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Sit up, sit up, sit up, it's a kangaroo court. A kangaroo court. In a dusty room, I come to assume that I've been doomed to lose my mind tonight. Too weak to fight. So I try to save face and I rest my case. The judge pulls me aside, says, "C'est la vie, let your darker side come out to feed." Shut up, shut up, shut up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. It's a kangaroo court. A kangaroo court. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. It's a kangaroo court. A kangaroo court.
I can't do sexy. I commit the crime of wasting time, always trying to rhyme. Yes, I am guilty, but don't misunderstand me. I admit defeat, then I move my feet. My history will never be repeated. I won't ever be repeated. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. It's a kangaroo court. A kangaroo court. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. It's a kangaroo court. A kangaroo court. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. It's a kangaroo court. A kangaroo court. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. It's a kangaroo court. A kangaroo court.
I've been sleeping in a cardboard box, spending every dollar at the liquor shop. And even though I know I haven't got a lot, I'll try to give you love until the day you drop. I've been training like a Pavlov dog, let my independence out to take a hike. All you gotta do is activate my bill, and I'll fetch you anything you like. Going once, going twice, every man here has a price. Over where, over there, sold to not a single lady in here. I've been in like 1,000 times, dated every woman in the atmosphere. I've been to every continent, broken all the hearts in every hemisphere. And if I'm not the type of guy you like to circumvent, just remember not to love me when I deserve. I graduated
take advantage of the bourgeoisie. So if you have a fantasy of being a queen, maybe you should blow a couple bucks on me.
Going once, going twice, won't these gentlemen suffice? Any here, any there, any motions anywhere. Going twice, going thrice, guess this means we'll go 4 times a lady.
I promise I'll be all you need, ever need. You'll never have to shop around.
Don't shop
And I'll give you all you ever need, ever need. Don't worry, I will never let you down, let you down. Don't worry, I will never let you down.
So many ladies are wanted for mates, and the prospects are good, but the dates never great. Over here, over there, over where, anywhere. They're too busy with dating, the meaning to care, and he's sold.
Objection! 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 Objection!
Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing today? What's up? How you been? It's your boy Drew, and we back at it again with another Edgeworth stream. Good to see y'all again. Hold on, let me place the light right over here. All right.
Okay, that's not right. That's
What?
not right at all.
You're right. It's not right. It's Edgeworth.
No, the Dragon Ball.
What about? Oh, why? Because it's tilted down?
No. What's wrong with it is the fact that the Dragon Ball is not the scale of either Dragon Ball.
It's a lamp, dude.
Well, I'm just saying, it's not the scale. It's larger than an Earth Dragon Ball, but smaller than a Namekian Dragon Ball.
Only you would know that. I mean, I should know that too. I love Dragon Ball as much as the next person, but hang on, let me turn my lights on so y'all can actually see me. Ugh.
I'm surprised. I thought you would have used your glasses.
Blah. Anywho. What was that you said?
I'm surprised. I thought you would have opened with your glasses, not with the Dragon Ball.
I was contemplating the glasses actually, but I decided I'm gonna save that for another gag. But anywho, we're back. So, what happened last time?
Last time we found out about you, who you was,
Me?
and arrested her, and then found out, well, my boss is still around. By the way, you was never my name. This is a super thick betrayal. I joined up the group just to betray them.
And on top
That was
of
never
that,
my sister. She never had a sister.
and on top of that, she never killed anyone. And the Yatagarasu is actually 3 people. It's not just one person, it's 3 people. So, ain't that something, ain't that something. But anywho,
Matt was bad, and what's his face?
it was Detective Bad and Kay's father.
Faraday.
Yes, Mr. Faraday. Excuse me for a second.
And then
while
Bad
I-
said, "Arrest me, Gumshoe. I've been bad."
And then Gumshoe had to read him his rights, but he said, "Hey, don't worry, I know some guy who can get you out. He looks good in blue." Anywho,
Yeah. By the way, that pun that I said, I wasn't trying to say. It just
really?
happened. Yeah.
Sometimes you amaze yourself. All right, this one, I guess. Boom. All right, let me get the game started, and we should be back where we last were, which was we're stuck. We don't know what to do next. So, any ideas on what we do next? So now we know who the Yatagarasu really was. Yet there remains much of this case that needs to be solved.
Like how the weapons crossed country lines, for example.
And there we go.
Like as that it fell. The two countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures.
America could learn a thing or two from them. Anywho,
Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in.
smuggling them in, eh? We will need to open a new line of investigation with just this aspect alone. Before we do, I would like to go through my evidence once more. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. Now we can see what's on that tape Detective Bad gave us.
This piece of evidence from the KG-8, hidden from sight for 10 long years. I just know that this is related to the current case somehow. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the tape for us.
Sure thing, sir.
Hey, what's up, Damien? Good to see you, man. I've been
Hey,
doing
Damien.
fine. And... Huh?
You know you're gonna need to update your sub goal, right?
I'm not... Oh, wow, you're right.
You're at negative 46 hours to go.
Lally-ho! What's up, Candyman? Good to see you,
Hey,
dude.
Candyman.
Yeah, by the way, guys, we are 5 subs away from 25. I'd just like to point that out.
Your sub goal hasn't updated then.
Yeah, it's weird for some reason. Here, let me real quick take that. This man, it's Manny Kochin.
He's holding a knife in his hand. This looks like the footage from security camera at the entrance of an apartment building.
Apartment
I
building?
think I lost my accent for a second.
An apartment building? How do you figure that?
Unlike you, actually viewed the summary file on the KG-8 incident.
Well, excuse me.
And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment.
Oh. So this footage was shot at the entrance of the victim's own apartment building? Interesting.
At the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed that this piece of evidence existed.
Hold on a second. However, no one could find it. Well, Mr. About to commit murder being clumsy as hell. Anyway.
Here I go, about to murder someone. Super stab, stab, stab.
Good impression of Maya.
I'll do it, Nick. I'll kill again.
I've done it before.
Yes, somehow someone was able to steal it and hide it through Mr. Ernest Amano.
Alright.
7, 3. There we go.
I can see how this would have been a definitive piece. Why someone would want to hide it.
But it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to a case we're now working on, sir.
You think Gumshoe would learn? After he's been on how many cases with Phoenix, you think he'd learn that even the most irrelevant stuff could be brought up 10 years later? Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portsman to retrieve it. Which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader.
Where?
Wait, what was that?
Huh?
A bit you played just now. Show it to me again. This car. This is something we cannot overlook.
Why is that, sir?
Look here, Detective Gumshoe. I assume the flag.
Fair assumption.
This is the national flag of the Principality of Cadopia. And because it has the national flag on it, we know this to be an official government car. The question we should be asking ourselves is, what was the government car doing here?
Miss Von Carmen and Mr. Edgeworth. So you were here all this time.
This is the most logical voice I could come up for this guy.
Mr. Ambassador Alba?
Thank you very much for continuing the investigation even at this time of night. Only I was even a tiny bit more careful. This tragedy would have never happened. I'm truly sorry.
This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were.
Idiot Quarkus, you couldn't chase after a simple thief.
It's gonna kill my voice.
You'll be fine.
Let's get down to the real reason why.
I mean, yeah, considering how many times you voiced Old Bag, you know.
Let's get down to the real reason why I came down looking for the two of you. I'd like you to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that?
Uh-oh.
Excuse me?
I heard you apprehended the thief that turned this embassy
Upside down. Oh. Does the ambassador have something to do with this? Uh-oh.
We are in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. Can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. We're scaring the visitors away. I hope you can understand how I feel.
We must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues.
But we need the rest of the Alabastian and the Babalese police.
Ambassador! They are so close! We just need a little more and...
Miss Von Karma, I'm afraid I've made up my mind.
Oh, he's twisting the beard.
Without my permission, you can't proceed with an investigation anyway, right?
That's true. However...
As he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Alabastian soil. In which case, we are nothing but foreigners in their land. Is this really where our investigation ends? Hold on! Oh, that wasn't even him. Shifu, we found Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Shifu, this way!
Oh. There he is.
Yo,
That's very somber, yo. Agent Lang, you're back on the scene rather quickly.
if I laid back and took a break, I'd lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Agent Lang, why have you returned?
Because I have to solve this case, no matter what.
You were on beat with the song. Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you. Don't take this the wrong way, I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of Interpol was just found to be a thief, and so...
Grr.
Hold on.
Under these circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our own police can handle things from here. They are quite capable.
At this rate, our investigation really will come to a close. Uh-oh.
Not so fast! Ambassador Alba, I get it now. I really do.
Did they agree on who would be the ambassador of the newly formed Kadopia? Koshin wants to push Paleno, but we know he's incompetent, so why would he? I don't know.
Oh, I'm very glad you understand how I feel.
No, not that. What I was talking about is... I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder.
Excuse you?
You!
Now? Zaza! Killer?
Do you really mean that, Agent Lang?
Wolves don't lie.
Then who is it?
Well, let me first say that I'm not talking about Mr. Kosman's murder.
Oh.
That was all Sheena. Lang Zi says the truth lies not in the exit, but rather shines outside the maze itself.
Hmm?
The truth is unexpectedly simple. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was Damask 2's killer? I'll tell you who.
Who?
It was you, Franziska von Karma!
What? Huh? Huh?
I was the killer? You dumb son of a bitch! I'll kill you!
Hold on. First off, I've never heard you say that.
That's impossible. Yeah! Although, that whip is actually quite... Yow! Hold your tongue! That ludicrous remark you are about to make.
Wait, Coden, that's not the lines. He is ad-libbing some of this. Agent Lang, are you seriously accusing her of the murder? He's buying time.
Yeah, I am.
He's buying time. He does not appear to be joking. Oh, God.
Hey, sis. Remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech, he called you into his office, right?
Uh-oh.
Yes, he did. But what does that have to do with anything? I'm getting to that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabasta and Babal, did you not?
What? Hold on.
And where is your evidence that I am the killer? I was just getting to that. Trust me. I'll show them to you in due time. Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I'll need to inspect your office one more time. You grant me permission.
With things as they are, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Good! Then let's move out. Oh, and don't even think about running away, sis. My back will be keeping a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. As if I would have any reason to flee! But just so we're clear, the logic had better be sound.
Whoop!
Because I'll accept nothing short of a perfect explanation.
God, I love this woman. She seems rather upset. Not that I blame her.
I expected that you'd accept no less. But we'll see how long you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that.
Agent Lang, as someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take part, and so that I may clean up my superior's mess.
Ooh, I'm going to kill you too!
You're my bitch now.
You have 5 minutes to apologize. I guess I should. The more the merrier, especially when it's the peanut gallery. Oh, in that case, I want to join in too. I still haven't seen what it looks like on the Alabast yet. If you let Kay in, you gotta let me in too, pal. I can't sit around and do nothing when Mr. Karma's in trouble. Hey, Gummy, let's have a competition so you can save her first, okay? Okay, I'll take you up on that. Oh yeah, I'm fired up and raring to go.
As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over.
Sounds like it's going to get real interesting. Ambassador Alba, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride.
Very well. But I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance.
I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Now, let's go!
And away they go. Give me a second while I turn on my fan. Alright.
Sure.
1, 2. Alright, here we go. Alright. 12:53 in the morning.
Okay, now, let's first go over the facts one more time. Manny Coachman's body was found over in the Secretariat's office in Babal.
Right.
The weapon that took his life was one of Alabast's ornamental knives.
Correct.
And then the body of Damascus II, Mr. Casino.
What's the pun in that name?
Casino.
Ah, yeah.
Casino.
Yeah, I got
Was
it.
found here in Alabastian Ambassador's office. Through our investigation, we found that the murder weapon was this Prima Dust statue. That this actually is Babal's statue.
Oh.
This case, no matter how I look at it. Sis, if it wasn't you, then there's no one else who could have pulled this off.
Objection!
If you get that fucking finger out of my face, Agent Lang, you understand the full implications of what you're saying?
Good lord. I have not seen her this mad since... what? How long ago was the case again?
Yesterday.
Yeah, fair enough. Yesterday.
Of course I do, sis. And I'm serious. You were on the trial of the smuggling ring. You wanted any evidence you could find. Trail, right?
Yeah,
So,
sis.
while people were distracted by the Yatagrasu's appearance, you snuck in here. That's when you two ran into each other.
Ooh.
You and that other thief who took advantage of the confusion from the fire.
Objection!
Even if all that was true, how do you explain the movement of the weapons?
Speaking of weapons, she managed to get her weapon in here because... No, never mind.
Sir, she's Miss Von Karma.
Okay, you know what? Fair point.
Don't worry. I plan to show you the culprit of that too.
Ooh.
You have permission to investigate both embassies at will. With that kind of free reign, you could have easily taken the weapons across country lines.
Oh! He got the whip!
Hey
Oh.
now!
How did he do that? I've never been able to catch that thing in, what, 20 years?
Well, you know what they say. Ling Shi says, Viper whippy whip viper catchy catch? Something.
I mean, sounds close enough to something Lang would say, so good job.
Yay! Look, sis. I thought I already told you. I'm not messing around here.
Francisca is right now literally grinding her teeth and pieces of it are falling on the floor.
Arrgh! This case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring. But Sheena certainly is tied to the smuggling ring.
He is right in saying that she's a member of the smuggling ring. However, the connection between this case and the ring could not be deeper than what any of us can imagine.
Arrgh! Let's get this ridiculous circus over with already!
Francisca, you need to calm down. Edward, you never tell a woman that! Because you only know the facts of the Alabastrian side of the case. I don't believe you can see the case as a whole and therefore solve it.
What?
But don't worry, I'm taking this seriously as well. And I will prove your innocence.
That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosecutor. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? Of course, your explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons as well.
Oh, he's right. Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of Master Mask II.
You do understand, don't you, Master Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against ancient Nag. If you can't figure out how the murder of the Mask II is related to the smuggling thing, then it will mean the end of our investigation.
As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, then the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do.
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. Let's get started.
Yes, let's.
For some reason, my nose is starting to run.
Oh boy. Gonna be okay?
Yeah, I should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Alabasta knives were used in the Babal to murder Mr. Coachman. Cochin. And the murder weapon in the killing of the Masked Second is Babal's prima dose statue.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security.
Oh.
The only one who traversed the two countries just before and after the crimes was you.
So, what you're saying is, as long as I can't explain how the weapons moved about, Francisco will remain a suspect?
You got it, Mr. Prosecutor. So why don't you stop giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I've worked through every possibility. There's only one that's plausible. Your boss.
Sorry. Agent Lang, what I've learned from you just now is that you've lost sight of yourself.
What are you talking about?
By focusing too intently on that which is in front of us, we've become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Z never said anything to that effect.
Oh, you got him, sir!
Thank you.
You prosecutor. You think. Who do you think you are? Speaking about Lang Z's proverbs like that.
I don't need his proverbs, because my words are all you will need to see the truth.
Lang Z says, I'm about to break my foot in your ass!
Alright.
To quickly get through this.
Let me see if I can figure it out. That's nice to use in the ball. Scotching, yeah, more open to killing a mess, and that's two ball streaming a statue, Two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. Only one who traversed the country crimes was you. The only things to cross the border are the primitive statue and knife. I should hardly think that those are only two items, Agent Lang.
So that's the hint. The third thing, you're supposed to present something.
There's something else that was used.
Mm-hmm. Something else that managed to go across the lines.
So
think about it logically.
And the knives, the statue.
The third statement is what you need to be.
Okay.
Okay. He said, and I quote, one of the knives passed through. The murder weapon was the Primo statue, which was Babal's. So the statue got passed over and the knife got passed over. Logically speaking, what's the other thing that must have passed over for this to happen?
Is it one of the knife handles?
No.
Okay.
Think about it. What was present inside of the office that shouldn't have been there?
That should not have been there?
Yes.
The other office.
This office.
Oh, this office.
Yes.
Well, let's see, the statue is facing the way.
Exactly. The statue.
Alabama.
The statue was here. It shouldn't have been here. Which he mentioned is here, right?
Used to be real, but has been swapped with a fake from Babal. Was used as a weapon.
Yes.
So
but the question is, what should be here, but isn't?
The other statue.
Exactly. So the third thing that was swapped over was the statue, because if only one statue was swapped over, there'd be two statues here.
So it's Babal's Primo statue then?
Yeah.
Alright then.
Present either statue, and you'll get it.
Agent Lang, those two items are not the only two to cross the border tonight.
Oh?
The Master II was killed with Babal's Primo statue. Yes. If that's the case, then tell me, where did the statue go?
Alabast statue.
Yeah. Right, where did Alabast statue go? Sorry.
To Babal. Oh!
Precisely, and if the two statues really were switched, this means that both statues were smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items were smuggled across the embassies.
I guess so. But you know what?
What?
It doesn't matter the number of items. Only that Sis is the only one who could have done it. Because the only other person who has went back and forth between Alabasta and Babal is her.
Is that really true? So no one else who traveled between the two countries? Actually, there most definitely another person who paid both visits to the two sides of these walls. Are we about to say Larry? I joke, but imagine that's actually the answer. Is that really so, Agent Lang?
What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. I checked out what the guard said, along with the security cameras footage. You're not going to overturn my hypothesis that easy.
But suppose there was some other way other than through the theater doors.
What other way?
The other entity managed to cross the border unharmed. The answer is I haven't saved it in a while. Let me do that. If I had pointed out, it would open up a whole new possibility. A whole new world. And though I hesitate to bring this out, as long as this entity exists, the impossible roads still it becomes a possibility.
Looks like you've got some clever idea in mind.
I do, and I can show it to you through a single piece of evidence.
Fine then. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show me this other route.
Okay. This piece of evidence will show us another way to move between the two countries. Another way to move between the two countries. Let me see what we've got. Yeah, we fly. We fly over there. Imagine that's actually the answer.
Yeah?
Wait, really?
Yes!
Alright then.
Why wouldn't it be?
I was taking a wild pot shot, honestly, but okay. Here, let's do it.
That's the only thing that would make sense.
Yes, he did say it's one of the most impossible things. Agent Lang, I'm very sure you're familiar with this unforgettable photo.
Ugh. That supernatural photo, like I said before. Humans can't fly.
No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well.
And don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings either.
I wouldn't dream of claiming that.
And I won't allow you to take back what you said either. Say it again. It's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings. So, you better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor.
But how can I prove who it was that flew through the air in this photo? That's the voice. Wait. Not humanly possible. Eureka! That's right. Very well. You will have your explanation.
Sounds like you have a good idea simmering in that head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within this photo. Let's hear it. The face hidden in this photo's blurry trail shadow is.
The face? Not humanly possible for people to fly, huh? Why do I feel like I need to present the photo again, but that's probably not what I need to do.
That's not what you need to do.
Didn't think so. Samurai dogs? No. Damastus? No.
It's perfectly obvious what it is. What have we been talking about the entire time?
How about the fact that humans cannot possibly fly without wings?
Back up.
Back up.
Before that. What were we talking about before that?
You're talking about the... Wait, before we were talking about the photo of the Autogarasu.
Yes. What were we talking about this entire time before that?
You're talking about the murder weapon, I believe, which was the Alabasta statue.
No. We were talking about 2 things that got moved. Then you said, no, 3 things got moved.
Right.
And I said, all right, it doesn't matter if it was 2 or 3.
Right. Only
Only person that could have been able to do that was Von Karma.
Right.
So it's you're trying to prove, no, someone else could have.
Right.
Now, the question is, how could the other statue have got moved over?
Someone I don't know. How could it have gotten moved over?
Yes.
Maybe someone swung
How
it over?
could it have swung it over?
Yeah, maybe someone maybe swung it over?
Swung it over like how?
I don't know.
No. Go with that. Swung it over how?
How?
The picture.
The wires!
The picture!
What about the picture?
What is in the picture?
In the picture, it's a flipping... It's what I assume to be the statue being held sideways. And I want to say
Yes!
Yes!
It's the statue!
I got that! But
Answer is the statue! He's asking, what is the face hidden in the blurry photo? It's the statue! It's the statue! Tell him it's the statue!
I wanted to reason it out. I'll also say, and the reason it was held up was because of the wires that were found in the clock, but...
No, but he's asking you what's the face!
Alright, it's the Alabasta Primitive statue. We got that.
Yes, it's the Alabasta one.
Jesus.
Specifically the Alabasta one.
Naturally, the shadow is the third smuggled object, the Primitive statue replica. Are you okay? Are you about to pop a blood vessel, man?
We go through this every Monday.
You should be used to my ineptitude at this point.
I'm not inoculated. It's like the flu virus. There's a new strain of your idiocy every Monday.
Anyway.
You can't be serious.
Yatagarasu, or rather Callisto Yu, Justice Agent Sheena, was inside the ball. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air.
Ha! Mr. Prosecutor! Left out a very crucial bit of your explanation.
Huh? I know I did.
Hey, Diamond.
Hey, what's up, Diamond?
She launched it through the air.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! How exactly did she do that?
He's literally baring his fangs at me. Furry. But he has a point. How
I should
exactly...
have been pronouncing that differently, sorry.
Yeah, you didn't know it was coming, and neither did I. How exactly did it move through the air like that? As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be able to move any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, didn't he say this earlier?
Hey, sis. I remember that just before Alabasta... No.
Alabasta.
I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech, he called you into his office, right?
So, just before the murder, Francisca was called here, right into this very room? If that's the case, that may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I will need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma. So what'd you miss? Well, we're right now trying to prove that Francisco over here is innocent, and we're having a bit of a rough time with it, but we're getting through it.
Hold on.
Alright. Something up?
No. Someone was saying something to me. Oh? And what are you up to now, pretty boy?
Earlier, you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her. And for that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer?
Yeah, I guess I did say something like that.
In that case, I believe it is my duty to ask her what her side of the story is.
Ha! You really think a criminal would tell us the honest truth? How dare you!
Francisca, put the whip down.
As I've said numerous times, there's absolutely no proof that I am the killer! Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me you suspect me too!
Francisca, innocent, pick one. I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time. Which is why I would like to hear about your movements in this room. Francisca, I feel that I still don't have enough information. Which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case.
Alright. So, what would you like me to talk about?
I'd like you to please testify to your movements in this room until the murder occurred.
Alright. Let's try this your way for a change. But if what she has to say turns out to be a waste of time, I'll place her under arrest faster than you can howl, "No!"
As you wish. I do not yell no like that, do I?
You have about 4 times, sir.
Oh, right. Right.
Remember that time that you forgot to watch the season finale of The Steel Samurai?
Shh, we don't bring that up. But I think there was another time when... Oh, right, when I found out I was using faulty evidence in Lana Sky's case. Yikes, that was bad, yes. Anywho. Your movements, please.
As I said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty in the Alabastian Embassy. As I saw the Steel Samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked up on the security situation.
Oh, it's that girl. She's crazy.
After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by the Ambassador Alba. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office.
That snort caught me off guard. Francisca is crazy, but she's a good type of crazy. Type of crazy I like. Anywho. Francisca, I want us to make this very clear from the very beginning. What I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred. Is that correct?
Well, Damien, she literally just was falsely accused of murder.
Yeah, this is the first.
That's what we're literally trying to disprove right now.
It's happened to Edgeworth. It's happened to her. Well, this is the first time it's happened.
I mean, it only happened to her in this game.
Yeah.
You mean
if you mean about the Phoenix Wright games, never happened.
Phoenix Wright games, then yes.
Unless it happens in the later games, who knows?
I mean, did Dick Gumshoe get accused of murder besides in this game?
Yes, he got accused of murder. Remember the past case? The case that took place like 10...
Besides this game.
Besides this game?
Yes.
I could have sworn there was another time he was accused of murder, but I can't remember when. Actually, maybe not. I can't remember.
Hmm.
But she needs some Jesus because of her whip obsession. Can I get an amen? Hey, some people are into the whip obsession thing.
Yes, of course.
I see. At the very begin... Oh, no? Okay, never mind. For now, the only way that I can see for us to break out of this situation is ask Francisca about her testimony in more detail. What was you doing?
There's only one thing you need to press here.
Earlier, I was assigned to guard duty. I saw the Steel Samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office. I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked up on the security situation. I assume this is what we press.
No,
No?
that doesn't matter.
Alright. All the preparations were in place. I was called back by Ambassador Albert to his office.
That's the one.
That's the one? Alright. Hold on, I just realized I'm forgetting something. Silly me.
Yeah, the voice modulator.
The prima dose statues were already switched by the time the murder happened. In light of that fact, Francisca sold this room before the crime is of incredible importance. Alright. Statement. This is the one. Alright, press.
Hold it!
At that time, the Master Second's body had yet to be found in this room. Correct?
That's right. But Ambassador Albert was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence. The criminal will say anything to get out of getting arrested. How do you know? How do we know you're not lying? Well, if you need proof, I'd be happy to oblige you. Seriously? Like I keep telling you. When I arrived at this office, Ambassador Albert was already here. He was standing by the flower box on the windowsill, watering his plants.
Ah, I can attest to that. I remember speaking with the lovely lady around that time here in my office.
Grr! Alright then, add that statement to your testimony, and let's hear some details.
So Ambassador Albert was in this room at the time, was he? Alright. Ambassador Albert was watering the flowers on his windowsill.
Press
I assume
that.
we we pressed that?
Yes.
Alright.
Hold it!
For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know that Ambassador Albert was watering his plants at the windowsill?
What do you mean by that?
The entrance to this room is on this side, however the window is on the opposite side. What you say is true. Then when you entered the room, his body would have been like a wall. Wait, Conan, I just got an idea.
Uh-huh.
Should we also play the Professor Layton Phoenix Wright crossover game?
Eventually? Probably.
We should do that. As we get to the 3DS games. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing, is that not correct?
I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him. But fortunately for me, Ambassador Albert is not an immovable wall.
Hmm?
I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me. With a watering can in his hand. So it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right?
I suppose.
After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had obtained them himself, and is growing them with the utmost care, you know.
Yes! The plants in this room are all like my children.
The passion flowers on the flower box on the windowsill are growing beautifully too. All 4 of them are in full bloom.
Miss Von Karma. Wait, what did you say just now?
I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement do you not understand?
What do I not understand? I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. I'd like for you to append that statement to your testimony.
It's stuttering on my end.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you might need to change servers.
Alright, hold on, I'll do that in a second. And... be on US East.
Okay. Very well. There are 4 large passion flowers in the box in bloom in the flower box.
I assume we present this, which only has 2 flowers.
Bingo.
Francisca. For some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence.
It does appear that way. Ha! I knew it! I knew you we couldn't trust your words, sis. Mr. Edgeworth! Mother Siva. What are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this? Yeah, sir. You're gonna keep this up. If you keep this up, she's gonna get taken away, sir. Eek! All I've done is state what I saw. I have not made a single mistake in my testimony. And for this, I'm still under suspicion of murder. Is the number of flowers really all that important at this juncture, Miles?
You alright, dude?
Yeah, sorry, just got mildly distracted for a second.
At the very least, it is a contradiction in this enigmatic case. And that I find hard to dismiss as irrelevant.
Ha! Let's hear it, Mr. Prosecutor. What does the number of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove?
I believe the answer to that will become clear if we were to examine the flower box. How does this contradiction come about? There must be something behind this discrepancy.
They're my beloved flowers. I've grown them with the utmost care. I ask that you please be gentle with them as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I understand. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. This patch of soil looks as though it has had something removed from it.
What are you doing, Mr. Prosecutor? Why'd you clam up all of a sudden? I'm still here, waiting for an explanation, you know.
Lang Zi says, the best wolf always waits for his prey. Does he? Did he say that?
Lang Zi says if you butcher my Lang Zi sayings one more time, you're gonna find out how hard a wolf bites.
Alright then. Did you know, Agent Lang, flowers are best appreciated in silence?
Tish.
Looks like 2 things were pulled out of the flower box. Oh. This watering can has a rather robust design.
Mr. Edgeworth, why are you telling us stuff we can clearly see for ourselves? Plus, if you keep wasting time about that, Miss Von Kalma's gonna get arrested.
Better examine something else. This is... Name of these flowers. I believe they're called... What did you call passion flowers? Despite being called flowers, they're actually a species of vine. They appear to be growing well and are well supported by these plant supporters.
Yeah, but no matter how I look at it, it looks like there are only 2 there to me. You realize, don't you, sis? Little lie has failed you. Miles Edgeworth! Hurry up and shut this man up for me already!
I suppose I'll need to use some evidence to shut him up, won't I? Show evidence. I believe I have just the piece of evidence you require.
Oh? Do you? Do you? You do you? Sorry, I read that wrong. You have
Cool.
such confidence in your face of your current... Try this again. You have such confidence in the face of your current plight. But I highly doubt it will last until the end.
You howl like a wolf, Agent Lang. But we'll see if you have any bite to back up that bark after you see this evidence. The truth the passion flowers reveal can be seen in this piece of evidence. Wait a minute, what are these again? There is some dirt on the tips. Ah ha ha! That's what I thought. Alright, let's present these. See if I'm right or if I'm horribly wrong for whatever reason because I presented it too early.
Take that!
Sheena, who was supposedly in Babal the entire time, had these hair sticks on her. That look exactly like the plant's supports in this flower box. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hair sticks are in actuality support sticks for the passion flowers.
And so what? Is it really all that important to the case?
Of course it is. It means that we found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight.
Ah!
Think about it logically, Agent Lang. These sticks were originally in Alabas, but somehow they wound up in Sheena's hands, who was in Babal the whole night. So make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and the statue.
Ah! Huh. Very well then. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in the ball. I think I need to get some more food. I'm still kind of hungry.
How do these support sticks find their way to Babal, and why? There must be some reason as to why they ended up here. Aha! So that's why! Now, just not gonna tell us? Aight. Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this and tell me its shape.
Just another stick, isn't it?
And so it is. The shape of the support sticks is what's important. When they are used with something in this room, that's when it all comes into focus. When they are used with something in this room.
Mm-hmm.
An object that completes the picture of when support sticks is.
Think out loud.
Is the flower painting on the wall, but I doubt that has anything to do with it.
It definitely does not.
Yeah. How the heck would support sticks match up with the spear? Those things are too short.
No.
The knives? I don't see how that could work.
Try again.
Not the crossbow, not the sword. I can't see how it could be the statue. Even though
Okay.
the only way that it got in was via the statue. That's the only way it could have gotten in.
It got into the other side.
Yeah.
How could you have launched it to the other side?
Swung it across like they did with the statue?
Yes, they would swing across the two sticks like they did with the statue.
Maybe on the statue or something, or it's like tucked away in it, I don't know.
Yes, they would have tucked it away in the solid gold statue that had no crevices.
Somewhere where
in
it locked it. Okay, you know what? Shut up.
Okay. There are sticks
Yes.
made of wood.
Yes.
What's another word for a piece of stick that's made of wood?
Another word?
Yes, it begins with a B.
A branch?
Not quite. Another word.
Stick, branch.
A bolt.
A what?
A bolt.
A bolt?
Yes.
I've never heard of that. I've never ever heard a
Okay.
stick being called that. What?
Okay. Remind me.
Yeah?
Have you ever, in any game whatsoever, used a crossbow?
Are you telling me that it's the flipping arrow in the crossbow?
That was shot with the crossbow, like arrows. Or like crossbow bolts.
Okay, I would not have thought of that.
How would you have not thought of that?
I don't know.
It's obvious. Have you never used a crossbow before in any of your video games you've ever played? No, you have, because I know you've played the engineer in Team Fortress.
And I've also
He has a
done-
crossbow.
And also Link's crossbow training.
Yeah.
Alright then. You say so. I would have never thought of that, man.
That's a crossbow. Wait, you're not really suggesting.
I am. These hair sticks, or rather plant support sticks, they make for perfect arrows.
Oh, ah.
I've done it! I found the common thread that connects the two offices. But this thread has yet to be completely untangled. Using the arrows, how does this explain how the statue was transported? After all, who could it have been who fired the sticks as arrows? There must be a common thread. A common thread? Thread?
Mr. Prosecutor, hold up a second. You do realize what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow, right? They don't fly at all. So Babal's statue was draped into the Yatagarasu's clothes, and then shot over here. Even if he fired the arrows from this side, they wouldn't go far with the statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the Primito statues don't sprout wings. You're a realist after all, aren't you?
The primitive statues didn't sprout wings. Of course they didn't.
Glad you understand. I feel much better already.
You're about to feel worse when you realize how stupid your idea was.
I was afraid for a second that you were unaware of a critical fact. That crucial fact.
It's only crucial because you're under the belief that wings are necessary to this equation.
What?
You need to free your mind a bit more and let it fly like a bird on the wing. Primitive statues flew, but not on a wing. Allow me a bit of your time, and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you.
I'll be right back.
I think I figured this out. It's gotta be the wires.
I'm hungry. I'm getting more food. It won't take me long.
Mm-hmm. Watch him be over there 30 minutes just to make a sandwich. Here, yeah. We can find the arrows from this side. They wouldn't go far with the statue tied to them, obviously. I'm going to tell you that the primitive statues don't sprout wings. Mr. Edgeworth! I think I understand what went sailing through the air. I suppose that's because you're an expert at things that fly through the air. What did you expect from the second Yatagarasu? Indeed. Now to show you at Lang what really went soaring through the air tonight. Alright, let's see.
Right, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Nothing, just went through what he said. I say it's the wire. Just a random
Okay, now
link.
say that again, this time with my headset on.
I said nothing happened, we just want the evidence. I'm pretty sure it's the length of wire.
But you don't present it yet.
Oh, it is, but we don't present it yet. It's something else.
You gotta press the second statement first.
Easy now. But we are in agreement that the arrow by itself would reach the other side, correct?
But just the arrow by itself is pretty meaningless, don't you think, Mr. Prosecutor? Because the things they wanted to smuggle were a lot bigger than nothing.
No, that's not necessarily true.
What?
What I need right now is not further discussion of my conclusions. It's the launching of my conclusions. Hopefully I don't jump too far on them. What the shooter wanted to launch with the crossbow was not the statue themselves, rather something a crossbow can launch that can be used to move the statues.
If it wasn't a statue that was tied to the arrows, then what did the arrows launch? What did the crossbows launch?
Well, it's a lengthy answer, but I'll tell you. Finally. We have reached the point in our discussion where I present to you that which was carried by the arrow from the crossbow.
Heh. I get it now, Mr. Prosecutor. I can see exactly what you're trying to say. You're saying that the wire was tied to an arrow and then shot into Mr. Coachman's office. All the way from the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy.
Mm-hmm.
Down to the 3rd floor of the Balblees Assembly. Embassy. What you're claiming is really what happened. I can see how Alabaster Primido's statue could be moved. Gravity could be used to move the statue down the wire from the 5th to the 3rd floor. But then, what about Babal's Primido statue? The dark shadow in this photo is clearly flying away from Babal. Going in the opposite way of gravity from the 3rd floor of the Balbalese embassy. Up to the 5th floor of the Alabaster embassy? How do you explain that?
Aha! I think I finally see how the gears behind this whole trick work. Agent Lang, the motion used behind this trick. I wonder if perhaps you have yet to envision how it works in your head.
Motion? What motion?
This is the motion that was employed to smuggle Babal's Primido statue. Rotary motion, it can't be swinging. Bungee action? Nah, I say rotary.
Go with that.
I believe it was done via rotary motion. Two statues were transported simultaneously.
Simultaneously? Get real. The statues would collide somewhere along the way.
Did I ever say that there was only one line of wire between the two offices? It wasn't until I started a manga with a main character uses a spear that I realized just how rare an occurrence that is. What, main characters that use a spear?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, you don't really see that much. You shot an arrow with the two ends of a wire tied to it. A circular belt can be formed.
Langsy says, don't object and call it success for what's beyond reasonability. Taking into account the tension differences between the two wires. The top one would snag too much, to the point where the statues would collide anyway.
Agent Lang. As you know, the Primido statue was a one-of-a-kind national treasure. And the fact that Babal's statue was a hollow replica of this real statue, it would naturally be lighter than the real one, meaning that my idea is very possible.
Langsy says.
Here's what I believe happened. Miss Yu and a mystery co-conspirator set themselves up in two different rooms. The frick? Oh, click the wrong thing. Right, here we go. The co-conspirator bridged the rooms by shooting the two ends of the wire down on one arrow. The two of them covered the statues and proceeded to transport them. After the switch was completed, another arrow was fired, and the other end of the wire down to Babal, where it was to be disposed of. And to do that, Miss Yu hid it inside the grandfather clock. QED.
Ha! Ha 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 ha!
This proves it right, Agent Lang! That I'm not the killer! You did notice she whipped him, right?
Yeah, I noticed.
Not yet, sis. I still haven't had my dessert yet.
Oh, I should actually get my dessert. I still have a little bit left over from what my sis made me.
Nice. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Kinda cool, I'm interested in this guy's progression. Give me the name of the manga, I might be interested. The proof is in the pudding, as it were.
Pudding is a nice dessert. So, you think you can do it? Can you prove what you said is what happened? Because remember, if you can't, I'll be taking a certain someone back home with me as a souvenir.
Lang, women are not objects. Chronicles of Heavenly Demon. Wow, that is that's pretty that's that middle school edge right there. I agree that as long as there's no proof, my hypothesis remains just that. However, what I have laid out is no mere hypothesis, for there is one more piece of evidence.
One more? This should be interesting. You think you have a piece of evidence that will turn your hypothesis into fact? Well then, let's see it, Mr. Prosecutor.
The thing that made it possible to create a circular belt out of the length of a wire. I believe that is right here, in this very room. Now, I believe this is what made the circular belt transportation method possible. What is it, the frickin' fan? Is it that strong enough?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Man, y'all be killing me with these answers, I swear.
Take that!
Ha! Looks like he dropped another bomb on us again. The last piece of evidence to trick are two pulleys.
Precisely. The ceiling fans double as pulleys in this case. And thanks to the fact that there is one installed in each of the offices, the ceiling fans made for the perfect pulley set for the wire to run on. This must be it. This is how the smugglers bypass the impenetrable security.
Ha! There's something else, Mr. Prosecutor. Bet you figured it all out already, haven't you?
It's a tad bit edge-worthy, huh? But it's still pretty cool. Guy reincarnates to avenge his master who was wrongfully accused of practicing forbidden form of martial arts. That's actually kind of interesting. But wait, there's more.
You know who the big shot that set up the real-life stage show is, don't you?
The person who set up this rather large and complex stage show needs to be someone who had foreknowledge of the existence of a ceiling fan in both the Alabashan and Bobbly's offices. And the passion for support stakes could be used as arrows. Real mastermind behind this case.
Well, don't you dare make this wolf wait for his food. Why are you so hesitant, Mouse Edgeworth? If you can't say who it is, why don't you present something like you always do?
A single point of the finger here in this case will explode into an international incident. However, it's already too late for me to stop the forward momentum. I'm like a Broly train. I can't stop. It appears that I have no choice now but to rush in. There is a piece of evidence that will point us to who the mysterious mastermind is. I think I know who it is, but as to what the piece of evidence is, I might be a little bit stuck.
How can you be stuck?
Got the crossbow arrows, we got the revolving fireplace wall, wire, fire, trump card, videotape, photo, fountain spouts, the pick, samurai dogs, the Master Second's note, Mimado statue, and smooth, the passion flowers, key, the counterfeit bills.
Come on, it makes perfect sense.
What you mean?
What evidence do we have that would point to who was responsible for this? We were talking about it.
We were, yes.
As much as we've been going over this, You know you have the dirt on this person, so you need to just pull it up.
Right. I just need to pull it up. Wait, did you say the dirt? I assume this is it.
Yes. The
Alright.
dirt. Pull it up. Yes.
Like a flower.
Yes.
Are you okay?
I'm amazed that you're missing these things.
I mean, I kind of figured out. I was second guessing myself, man.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh guessing.
This smuggling could not have been possible without the use of the crossbow. Furthermore, the arrows that were shot by the crossbow were plucked, as it were, from the flower box in this very room. Planted so long ago that the passion flowers had the time to grow so big that Miss Von Karma didn't even notice the arrows when she visited this room today. On top of all this, the fact that the culprit knew that both officers had ceiling fans was that the person has very detailed information on the embassy's layout. As you may have already guessed, the person I am accusing of hatching this plan is the person who grew the flowers in the flower box with utmost care. Thus it can only be you, Quercus Alba. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on a second, let me... Yeah. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Are you out of your mind, Miles Edgeworth?
I'm certain of what I'm saying, and I'm sure that he is the culprit.
Yeah. Tell me, Mr. Prosecutor. What was the ambassador trying to accomplish by doing all that stuff you just outlined? Why in the world would he need to use a trick like that?
I understand your need to doubt me. However, there is one more thing that stands out to me as very odd.
Just one thing, huh?
The only one single end result Ambassador Alba sought to obtain was to examine the focus of this complex trick. I believe we will finally find the answer to everything. Everything will become clear once we examine this piece of evidence. Something we need to look more into, eh?
Yeah, what can you look into?
Embassy guide? No, what the heck?
The question isn't as hollow as it sounds.
Hollow as it sounds, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The thing I can think of when you say hollow is the revolving fireplace. But I doubt that's it.
That is not it.
Didn't think so.
What do you have that's hollow? Read that again.
Was used as a weapon. Was fake. Oh, it's fake because it's hollow. Oh. So we have to look into the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then.
Take that!
I would fully understand the reasoning had the situation been the reverse. However, to go through the trouble of swapping the real statue for the fake, I sense a very shady reason for such a bizarre action. And who better to ask for that reason than King Primadoe himself?
I see. Ambassador, we'll be examining that statue now, with or without your permission.
Uh-oh. Alright, let's see. What have we here? These are Mr. Cochin's fingerprints. The fact that they're on here suggests that this statue once belongs to Babal.
So it was smuggled from Babal to Alabas, huh?
why was there a need for them to smuggle it in? I already looked at the handprint, so let's see. A shield, huh? Doesn't seem to be anything unusual about it.
I bet it's supposed to mean that the guy is protecting something.
I don't think it's supposed to have that deep of a meaning behind it.
In that case, what are we wasting time with this for? Let's look for some other area.
Sword? This sword drawn like that, there's an aura of valor and bravery around King Primado.
You look so cool standing like that with the sword stuck in the ground in front of him. Maybe I should try to come up with some cool pose with a shuriken or something.
I'm seriously beginning to think that her real goal in life is to become a ninja. Shoot.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. There isn't anything particularly odd about the sword, right?
No, not really. I suppose you should examine this different area of the statue now. Hey! Kay. Quick question, have you ever watched Batman?
No? Why?
Well, you know that one little button that Bruce Wayne has to get into his, the cave?
No?
It's usually in the statue's head. Oh.
This guy looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they look alike that he was picked to be the Goodwill Ambassador.
I suppose that's possible. Take a look at this area around the base of his neck. Looks like there's a gap.
Hey, you're right. Maybe it's meant to be some kind of secret.
Perhaps it's possible to open the statue from this gap in its construction.
What? Hurry up and open it, Miles!
Alright, here goes.
Wow, it really did open up. Hey, what's this thing that fell out?
I believe a more thorough examination of it is required. They look like... What in the... Is this...
Hey! Is this what I think it is?
It's a plate for making counterfeit bills!
Somehow, it appears that we've long last arrived. The exit to this complex labyrinth. We finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates. And the reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabas to begin with. Now to explain. The Primado statue can only be handled by the ambassador or the secretariat. The replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue the ideal object in which to hide contraband. Receiving the statue containing the counterfeit plate from Sheena. The ambassador had the misfortune of accidentally running into Damas II. Surprised by the thief, the ambassador raised the replica statue at Damas II. Then, in order to frame the Steel Samurai of the murder, he covered the samurai sword in blood. Well, Ambassador Alba.
You're the leader of the smuggling ring? My country is a mess. It's all because of you? You're the one who killed the masters too?
Answer us!
I never thought that you would figure things out to this level.
I just realized half the time I end up voicing the villains in this game.
However, there is one point I disagree with you on. The heading of the smuggling ring was Mr. Kochin.
Quit screwing around.
I think that was actually a typo. It said quite.
Huh.
I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass guilt to a dead man. There's one thing I'm sure of. That you're the real ringleader, Quercus Alba.
It's not good to speak with such subjectivity, you know, Agent Lang.
Subjectivity? My conclusion's anything but, and the result of logic and investigation. I mean, the last 8 times I accused someone I was wrong. But this is the 9th time, and I'm pretty sure this time I'll get it right.
Logic and investigation. Only seconds ago you were ready to arrest Miss Von Karma.
And I hope.
Thought that was just a stall for time, honestly.
No.
I don't think we can give such flip-floppy logic any real weight, do you?
Fuck.
Hmm.
It looks like you still don't get why I came back.
Excuse me?
You see, the reason why I came back is so I could sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck.
He's pedaling back, but he's, at the same time, at least he's right for once.
From the very beginning, my real target has been you.
What?
Agent Lang, I demand an explanation!
You know, if he actually was, and I give him props, because that's what I thought he was doing. He was trying to buy for time.
Guess so. Sorry, sis. I didn't mean to put you through all that. I knew you were innocent from the very beginning. You did? I knew this whole incident had been meticulously planned and prepared for. So naturally, the occupant of this room, Ambassador Alba, seemed the most suspicious. But without the ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around.
Ah, so that's why you put on this big show to accuse Francisca of the murder.
It's the big show!
Using Francisca as bait, you were able to gain us entry and investigate rights. Investigative rights.
Yeah, if I hadn't done that, I doubt the ambassador would have given us the okay to poke around. So that's what all this was about. Very well, I will forgive you. But in exchange for using me as bait,
Uh-oh.
you will take some responsibility and help us find the truth.
Agent Lang, for giving me such a great opening, I thank you.
You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosecutor. Somehow, you were able to find some proof by investigating this room. You'd be able to figure out the real culprit with your brand of logic.
The evidence detectives collect combined with the logic of a prosecutor. That's just as it should be, in a prosecutor and detective team. Right?
I don't know about all that.
He said, I don't know about all that, Chief.
One thing I know is that I'm itching to see that old man get what's coming to him.
You're quite scary when you want to be, aren't you?
Hey, you were the one who was planning on using me to push all this guilt onto the sis. But unfortunately for you, you misjudged me.
Agent Lang, I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me. What we need right now is evidence and proof. I wonder if you have what is necessary to prove that I am the head of the smuggling ring.
Uh-oh.
Don't be such a sore loser!
Mm-hmm.
If you're really the head of the smuggling thing, then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity.
Dignity? That is nothing more than a fool's insincere display of strength. You really wish for me to acknowledge my crimes.
You know, it was actually really smart for me to go for the Mafia voice, considering this dude's the ringleader.
And I would like to first see some of this thing that you call the evidence.
Ah!
Oh, hold on, the song.
I tell you, I knew nothing, really. Didn't even know that the counterfeit plate was hidden inside that statue.
Bullshit! You saw a real statue that vested in your country the authority to rule for a fake. Does it make any sense that you didn't know anything?
Does it make sense? Where doesn't it make sense? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense?
He's really got us. He's turned the entire situation around against us.
The proof that Interpol has been after which points to this man as the ringleader. Oh man. If we can somehow find that proof now, we can finally see to it that justice is finally served. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open? The Trump card in the videotape. With those two items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But card is evidence from a case that Mr. Faraday hid away in secret. The tape was stolen by Detective Bad from the police. Both illegal evidence. No matter what, a protector of the law can't be allowed to use this piece of evidence.
Needless to say, we Von Karmas are commended to achieve nothing but the victory. And by any means necessary.
Are we about to...
The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside the courts.
Don't tell me we're gonna do what I think we're about to do.
That's what we thought at the time.
I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma. And I won't follow the path of the Yotogarasu. Use the card, Luke! This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in? If I want to pursue the truth, then I will sully my hands in legality. If I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law and what is justice? And which path is a prosecutor supposed to follow? That choice is one I make by my own hand, here and now. Oh. Okay, so if we use the trump card, it's using illegal evidence, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't use it, this guy just goes away scot-free.
Probably.
Dang, what do we do? 1 second. You think we should let chat decide? No, I'm kidding.
You want the real answer?
What's the real answer? I guess we
This
don't
is a
use
fool's
it.
gambit. Your choice doesn't matter at this point.
It doesn't?
Mm-mm.
You can pick whichever, and the same
Go
thing
ahead
will
and
happen.
save it, and if you don't believe me.
Alright, I've saved. I've already saved.
Alright, say don't use the trump card.
Alright. Don't use the trump card. I'm a prosecutor and I cannot allow myself to use evidence such as these.
Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't do something, Ambassador Alba is gonna get away with it.
I know. Ugh, I know, but...
Objection!
What's he holding back for? The only thing a Von Kamm must pursue is the perfect proof. If you really do have it, if you really do have what it takes to complete your argument, our argument, there's absolutely no reason not to use it.
Since he's
Like she says, quit being a little bitch and show the evidence. The reason people judge people is because people are people.
Since he's an ambassador and the crime was made in Alabastian soil, he would want to be tried by Alabastian law. You can't touch him and he knows it. Right.
People aren't born to be chained to the law. Laws are born to protect the people.
He's right.
You're the only one here right now who can put this guy out to pasture. And that is the only way a second, a third generation of Zhang Fa's people will be born. Can you really still hesitate knowing the fate of a nation rests in your hands?
Hold on.
Hey, sir!
Yes?
Stop being a little bitch and show the evidence!
There's no limit to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man. When a person goes beyond that limit, and the law too crosses into new territory. For what reason?
This is to go beyond.
For what reason were laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show.
Ambassador Alba, I wonder if you might recognize this.
Oh, I wonder what that card is. I've never seen that before in my life.
It's a directives card used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates.
Oh, is that what it is?
This card was sent to the real culprit behind the KG-8 incident 10 years ago. A man by the name of Mr. Manny Koshin.
Oh, so why do you have such a card in your possession?
Because it was hand-delivered to me by a certain great thief, the Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu gave you that card? Don't talk nonsense, and let's be serious, Mr. Edgeworth. Have any proof that the card contains directions from the ringleader?
I'll have you know that the card is not the only thing I was given.
What?
This contains security footage that was shot just before the start of the KG-8 incident.
KG-8 incident?
The card and the video. These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate. Sound like a Persona protagonist right now.
Very interesting. I must admit I am very curious now. Very curious indeed in this case-deciding piece of evidence you presented.
Alright.
The prey in the Yatagarasu has been chasing all this time, now stands before me. I cannot allow this man, who has free reign for 10 long years, to simply walk away. Now's the time for me to bring to fruition the valiant spirit that was given to me.
Alright. Here goes nothing, y'all. Even though we got 2 more parts, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
So what is this interesting thing you wanted to show me?
The trump card in the video too. These two pieces of evidence together make for the ultimate hand. And my grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards. This is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized.
Hey, baby Jazzy.
Hey, what's up, baby Jazzy? Detective Gumshoe, if you will.
Yes, sir.
What you see here is security footage just before the KG8 murder had occurred. Oops. No, that. In this footage, we know that the card is a directives card from a smuggler. This is the section that proves that the card was used to relay an order. Wait, that the card was used to relay an order, so I assume it's the knife in his hand. Probably. Are we both? I am doing just fine. Coden, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, it's good to hear. How's Beite doing? He's been alright?
Now, if you would please take a look at this area.
What about that area? My eyes aren't what they used to be, so I can't see what they're pointing at too well. From what I can see, it doesn't look like it's related to our conversation.
It's unrelated. I need to remain calm and take another look at this footage. There's a vital clue that shows us that the card was used to relay an order.
Alright, then I assume I just showed the card itself then.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's a dumb question.
As you can see, Mr. Kochin is holding the card in his right hand.
He said he's okay. Good to hear. And I swear, y'all are always together.
I see. The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it.
Speaking of baby Jazzy, hey, yo, Coden, quick question.
Yes, yes.
Have you ever seen the movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
No,
Okay, never mind.
I haven't gotten around to it. What's your point?
Well, there's a character, well, maybe like a week or two ago. Yeah, you know what I'm about to bring up. Beite told me, have you ever seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? I said, yes, I have. It's like one of my favorite, it's like a favorite little dream movie of mine. He's like, well, you know that cop dude? And I was like, yeah. He's like, you know his son? And I was like, yeah. He's like, and he said, Baby Jazzy says you kind of look like him. Here, let me pull up a picture of him real quick.
Okay.
I felt it's so dirty. Here, I'll send the picture to you. It's like right there in the corner. I'll let the rest of chat see too. She said I look like this guy.
That you look like him?
Yeah, he's at the far right.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I see that.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
I thought you said that I looked like that.
No, that I look like that. I hate that.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
Same
really
amount of facial hair too.
I'm gone. I'm sorry. No. Nah, don't be sorry. It was funny. I had a good laugh at it. You were like, wait, you look like the buff guy? I was like, nope, look all the way to the right. And then you saw me, you just burst out laughing. I'm dead. Anywho, back to the story.
The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. But that card isn't the one you have. Just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are... Does it now? They are, does it now? Oof, jeez.
Ah, but there's a very easy way for me to prove that they are in fact one and the same. All I have to do is simply take a look at this!
Frick. Whoa.
A section of the text has been obscured by blood. It's clear the writing is Cadovian. According to Detective Bad, Silent CCU is what is written here, along with the method to be used and where she lived. The evil intent displayed in this writing will not go unpunished.
Am I supposed to show something on this card?
Bloodstain, perhaps?
I showed the blood stain already. They're both the same thing, okay. Let me flip to the other
Bloodstain.
Let me flip to the other side of the card and show it. Holding Detective Bag, Ambassador Alba's directive card. Bear the mark of a three-legged raven, or in other words, a Yatagarasu. I suppose this mark was the inspiration for the group's name, the Yatagarasu. Is it not that either? Huh. The way you can open the card?
No. Like I said, what you need to do is present the bloodstain.
I did. Okay, never mind then. For some reason, I wasn't doing it. This
You were doing it on the word.
I did it on the word and
Yeah,
then on the
click.
blood. It did the same
No,
thing.
you did it on the word that was in the blood.
Beitai always does that. I told him his friend looks like the annoying kid in Polar Express. One of the... He'd say one of his friends looks like that annoying kid on Polar Express. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
This dark red blood. Yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card were played out in that terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG-8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can very easily verify that as a fact. If you have no objections, I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. This car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building is an official Kadopian government car. Oh. What? Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage.
I got a magnifying glass right here, sir.
No, the button on the VCR. Anyway, this area of the footage directly links the smuggling ring with Kadopia. I don't see the flag anywhere in this picture. Okay. What am I supposed to present here?
Well, if you think about it and reflect on what's going on, you'll probably have an idea.
Reflect upon it, really?
Mm-hmm.
Ahahaha.
I can't just tell you straight out. It's more entertaining when I tease you with clues.
Or punt. This section will make it all clear to us.
You must be very tired, Mr. Edgeworth.
Actually, you're supposed to go to that next.
You continue presenting completely irrelevant evidence like this. Afraid your investigation may fall apart. Perhaps it's time for you to retire.
Wait! For sure it was this area.
Pocket.
Alright, focus, Miles. Oh wait, that is the letter in his pocket. I can't tell because the pixels were so small.
Take that!
The shape of this pocket, and the directive's card in it, tells us that without a doubt, this person in this car is Mr. Kochi. License plate on this car was also captured by the security cam. With it, we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago. Which is why I can say with confidence that you were riding in this car on that day. What the? Oh, he's standing up straight? What on earth? You've done well, boy, to make it this far. Sorry. I had to change the voice now. However,
Yeah, I was waiting to see how you'd handle this.
about your claim that I was riding in the car at the time, it's going to be mighty difficult to prove. How so? The Principality of Kadopia no longer exists, so naturally all records from that time period also no longer exist.
arrogance. What he really means is he's already erased all traces of me.
Are we finished here, boy?
The only weapon I have left to me now is this piece of footage. There must be something here that I can use against him.
I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
What's the... Ambassador Alba!
Yes? What is it?
You were once an army man in the service of Cadobia. And it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct?
Why the sudden backhanded praises, boy?
Even I feel like you should be doing this voice, but whatever.
Do you want me to?
I mean, you want to take it up? I want to see how you do it. All right, go ahead, do it.
I'll just do a version of what you were doing.
Although, to be sure, the brilliant metals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Catopia. But now, I'm the only one who owns this particular metal.
In that case, the only person it could be who was sitting in this car is you.
How did you figure that?
By the medal captured here in this footage. It's clearly the same exact medal.
Oh, sorry.
It is clearly the same exact medal as the one on your chest.
What?
Is he wearing a mask? What is up with his face there?
This is how it will be, but I won't look back. This is the path that I've chosen.
You have removed me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me?
It's almost looking possible, isn't it? For the lot of you to have come this far.
We are giving him the Dracula voice, aren't we? I mean, I don't know why, but I feel like it fits. He's an Ito Tensei, of course he's falling apart. Oh wow.
It looks like I just might lose our little game this time. You might lose the game this time. You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador. Is that a fact? Very well. I decided to confess and admit my guilt.
Like that?
You're going to confess? And I'll accept whatever punishment that may come as a result.
Come in. Don't take one step further. Remember to use your phone. Charger? Ah, right. You really could have texted me about that. Possibly.
It's not a true stream without an interruption.
Anyway, continue.
What the?
Regarding the
mask,
Right. I forgot you're
you
voicing
have
him now.
such a short man span. Regarding the Damask 2 murder, I admit, I did it out of self-defense.
You're claiming it was justified self-defense.
The Mask 2 attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him. Ha! Ha 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 ha! What a pathetic performance! Ha 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 ha! I'm not giving you one.
Ooh, hold on.
Wow, you really do know how to laugh at inappropriate times.
If you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then I will need some evidence.
It is always the evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require, I'll provide it. That man left a mark on you when he attacked.
What?
I I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that it was self-defense.
Proceeds to take off his pants. Oh.
I'm an old man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention where I should.
But the mask too didn't have a single weapon on his body.
Hold on. It's nothing to get worked up over, because I hit the weapon.
You hit it?
I'm sorry. But as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it's self-defense. And I couldn't let it become public, seeing how I am an ambassador.
Why'd you snap your fingers?
Get your attention.
Oh, I wasn't off guard.
I waited
paying
4
attention.
seconds.
Okay, and I've waited longer for you to respond.
Yes, but considering the fact that it's on your screen,
Fair enough.
because sometimes I'm checking the guide to make sure that we're on the same page, so to
Right.
speak.
This is the weapon you seek. My special bonsai trimming shears.
Trimming shears.
Oh, it's all covered in blood.
He was trembling quite badly during our struggle. And that's when he grabbed the shears that is sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense.
Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, is enough to declare it so. Alright, we got him best. We got Alba's wound on there.
No way!
Oh, which reminds me, I guess there's still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all of that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge of it going on.
Stop spewing nonsense! You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation. If you want to get real honest,
Oh?
everything in this case can be connected to you.
The murder of the mask too was done in self-defense?
In my trials, no man escapes this crime alive!
Unless she whips them. You?
Perhaps so. If you were my opponent in court. However, there's one very important fact that I think you may have forgotten.
Uh-oh. And what is that? Oh! Ah!
Ah! That's what you mean. Extraditionary. Extraterritoriality.
Extraterritoriality.
That's right. This embassy sits in what is effectively Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held in Alabast. Therefore, the claim I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts.
Yep, I was waiting for that. Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this?
Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of people who have confessed to their crimes. That's the court's job.
Dang it.
And I've already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang.
Dang it.
Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even under your country's soul. Therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand in one of your courts. That arrogance in your expression. Nothing like the face of someone who's ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial systems eating right out of your hands. These crimes you speak of so seriously of.
Wrong voice.
Oh, sorry, my voice. Yeah, wrong one. These crimes you all speak so seriously of. To me, this has been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations, but it's no big deal. Alabast has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game.
Ugh. These 2 layers of protection, extraterritorial. No, messing up the word. Extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he's one of those who cannot be brought to court.
You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go out and fetch your
Eviction.
Now, excuse me. I need to go and fetch your eviction papers. I think I lost track of the voice I was doing for him.
Ah! Is there nothing we can do?
He
Alright.
says the best way to deal with him is a cap in his ass.
If only we could. If only we could. Alrighty then. Well, that was nuts. Sheesh.
Indeed.
That was explosive. That's the only term I can think of for that. And speaking of explosive, I got some slightly saddish news for y'all. Well, actually pretty sad news.
Saddish.
Not even
It's not
sad.
saddish.
It's just sad.
It's pretty damn sad.
On this day, we lost a great man. Today, we lost Rick May, who some of y'all may know as the voice of Peppy out of the Star Fox games, but most people know him as the voice of Soldier in the Team Fortress 2 games. He sadly passed away from this accursed virus that's right now, spreading all over the globe, which is why I'm telling y'all, please, for my sake and for yours, stay inside. Please.
Unless you have to go out for supplies, stay inside.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can go out for a walk or whatever, but make sure you stay away from people.
Yeah, exactly.
Far away from people.
Right.
Because apparently they're finding out, they can linger in the air a bit. Wear a mask if you got one. Even a cloth one, if you can.
Right.
Probably won't do much, but it's better than nothing.
Very true. All I know now is that like everyone on TF2 servers right now, we're probably all hopping around as Soldier. Wash your goddamn.
I wouldn't be surprised if you'll find a video at some point.
Oh, I've already seen one.
You don't know what I was about to say.
What, actually? Sorry.
That a bunch of soldiers lined up and then doing like a 21 rocket salute.
21 rocket jump salute.
Well, I was gonna say just shoot the rockets in the air.
Yeah. So sadly, we will no longer hear any more dual barrel rolls from his voice, but, Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find that video that I saw. Someone decided to get on TF2 today, and the first thing he saw when he got in was this. It'll load properly.
Look at there's.
Godspeed, you magnificent bastard. But anywho, now
What happened?
huh? Nothing. It was just a bunch of soldiers in a Kastowski kick line. But now, Final Fantasy 7, not 7. Actually, technically, Final Fantasy 7 times 2. Anyone?
What now?
Final Fantasy 7 times 2. Do the math.
Oh, 14.
Yes. You feeling awake? You feeling awake enough for that?
Yeah.
Alright then, let me get it started. So in case you all don't know, we finally finished Heavensward expansion. You have to pay another $100 for textbook for your new class. Unless you get online classes.
Fun times.
Oh jeez.
What were you saying?
Said unless you get online classes.
You still have to have the textbook, don't you?
I guess, yes. I do have online classes. Yeah, not surprised. Alright, Final Fantasy XIV. Let me boot it up. Let me quickly grab the one-time password off my phone. And where is it? There it is. Did I get it? Alright, there we go. And checking. Play. Alright, let's go. We're in. Sorry about that. I can actually close this up, need be. Alright. Nope, wrong one. There you go. Should pop up right now. There we go. Alright, starting. Alright, when we last left off, we finally got to the Stormblood expansion, which is actually the expansion that Coden is now on, so I'm almost caught up with Coden. The only thing is, he's probably near the end now.
Not even.
Not even? When did the Stormblood expansion even come out? Last year or when?
Not even. That's
2018.
You're thinking of Shadowbringers. This is the expansion before Shadowbringers.
Oh yeah, so that was like 2 years ago. Coden catch-up arc. Yup. Alright. Strongest class now. Boom, baby. Oh, right, the rabbit head. Whoop. Take that off. Alrighty then. So, let's see. First mission. Lisa takes the lead. What's been acting up? Alright, there we go. Is it lagging behind for y'all, by the way? Just wanted to ask. Alright, Lisa takes the lead, taking place at Castrium Oriens. There's some Coden catch-up arc is finally reaching its end. It's been a good run, boys. You hear that, Coden? You got a whole arc named after you now.
Goody.
Lisa's eager to leave Castrium Oriens. Doesn't seem to be lagging for me. Okay, because I pulled up my dashboard and it was lagging like crazy. Seems all good now. There's the new Quest Accepted song. Alrighty. Level 61. Oh, yeah. See? All these enemies are now our level, y'all. We are right now. We're sort of on a back to square one basis. Anyways, let me beat up Groot here real quick. Alrighty then. Going once, going twice. Won't these
Go on now.
gentlemen suffice? Sorry, I was beating up a giant group. Any here, any there, any notions anywhere. Going twice, going thrice. Guess
Let me go
this
ahead and log
means
in and
I'll go
help
4
you out.
times a lady. I promise I'll be all you need. Okay, I'll stop now. I've been singing a lot of Tally Hall as of recently. I've been just re-listening to all their music. That and Smashing Pumpkins. Man, I'll tell you the last time I even listened to Smashing Pumpkins. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. Oh, watch out. Spin move. Attack move. Slicey move.
Sorry about the delay. I was debunking someone's stupidity.
Debunking someone's stupidity. Who did something stupid? Jeez, that was messy.
Someone on my Facebook talking about how it's fake news about how this guy who was a retired police chief and also this guy who was a professor both died in the same picture. That yeah, because it's the same guy. He's a retired police chief who was a professor in the Department of Criminality and Criminal Justice.
Oh.
Same guy, moron!
Mm,
It's not fake news, it happened!
hang on. What the? What? That's a sentence I thought I'd never read. Someone boiled a
What?
crab in Pepsi Max and for 2 hours, then saved it in a baguette. Huh?
Saved it?
Yeah, he like stored it in a baguette? How do you put it in a baguette? A whole crab in a baguette.
I'm confused at why they boiled them in Pepsi Max.
Yeah, that too.
I'm guessing they chose Pepsi Max because it uses the artificial sugar,
I don't know. Why would
which
you want your
meant
crab
it was
to be
mostly
sweet?
water.
No soldiers, let's cross. Lego. I'm confused, but proud? Why would you be proud? I'd be confused and worried. Meanwhile, it's part of Castellum Villadna. Southern Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. Call it a great big eyesore. When asked why, he replied, I was tired of the sun always blinding me while I'm on the computer. I wanted rain, and I thought the best way to do that was to make God cry. Wow.
Why would you do this? You do this for clout? Is that what it is? This is on r/shitty food porn.
It is?
Yes, you don't even want to see it. It's horrible.
I've heard of that.
No, you don't want to see the picture of what the person did. It's horrible.
He stuffed the crab in a baguette after boiling in Pepsi Max, right?
Yes. This crab should not have died for this.
Good lord. My mom would have put that crab to better use. She actually would have cooked it right first off.
Well, not to mention the fact that he didn't shell the crab.
You didn't shell it?
It's a full crab that was boiled and thrown into a baguette.
That has the equivalence to that scene in My Hero Academia where, like, they wake up where a thing that wakes up in the middle of the night and it's like, Suyu?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
making chocolate pudding
Why are you making chocolate pudding at 4 in the morning?
because I've lost control of my life.
Hey, that's not a bad Suyu impression. Hold on.
Who the hell's Suyu?
The frog girl from My Hero
Oh.
Academia.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting her name. Where are you at right now?
Where? What is this place called? Fringes. The Striped Hills. What scene is this? I'm not sure this is the actual scene or if this was just like something the voice actors did that was stupid. Oh, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
I'm pretty sure it was just a voice actor thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Froppy. I forget who she also goes by Froppy. Sheesh. So I can do an impression of Sue. That's cool, I guess. Oh jeez, what do you want? You want to fight?
You said you're in the fringes?
Yeah.
I'll be there in 20 seconds.
Okay, I'm hearing this guitar melody in the back, and it goes dun 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 dun, and I'm just thinking, Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
Andrew, why is your nose in the middle of your face? Oh my gosh, I didn't think you could see it. I'm so sorry. Are you asking for a reason why everyone's nose is in the middle of their face? I couldn't tell you. Why are you asking? Why are you asking anyway? You being nosy? Because it's the center. Ah. All right, that was all right. That was all right. But why it is, honestly, who knows? Attack is on sight.
Damn, there was a player from Final Fantasy XIV who died from COVID. They did a funeral procession for him.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's over on Crystal.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, hey, hi there. Nice chocobo. It's in the middle of our face because having it anywhere else would be inconvenient. Yeah, you know what? You make a very valid point. To Ralga's Reach. Which siren, werewolf, mermaid, vampire, and succubus are all trending on Twitter? Why are all those mythical creatures trending on Twitter?
Who knows?
Are we in that one place out of Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade?
I remember the old stories. How the breaker of worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth
Oh my.
with a single blow.
Must be the gaze. Yeah, that's another reason.
Ralga's Reach, a holy place, and a fitting home for the resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo.
Alamigo. Nice.
They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours
They just-
again.
Oh, they just surrounded us. Who is this guy? What's up, Conrad? That new Quest Complete theme is great. I don't care why it be. It's just making me happy to see fantasy nerds all come out. I found my people. You weren't around in early 2010 Tumblr, were you? If any of you find the brown bear captaining Animal Crossing. Please buy and I'll pay back. Wow. She that desperate, y'all. Let's see where I gotta go. Across the river. Now, let's see. Would it be? Would it do? Where am I supposed to be going anyway? So up here it says. I gotta talk to the big head honcho, don't I? I'm looking for it for so long. You must really want it that badly then, huh?
Allow me to welcome you once more to Ralga's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
Nice to meet you, Conrad Kemp.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur.
Our husband to see another Kemp. The other Kemp I know was an asshole.
As are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here...
Oop, it was at my friend's store today, but I didn't buy it. Oops.
Forgive me, Lise, and Papalymo at great risk to yourselves.
Wanted to meet you?
No, there's no need for that. They risk their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalymo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back.
They were
when
idiots.
Monargo told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolga it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir. To see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Hours of talking later.
So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Squiddalations 413. If she laughed to his jokes, she will moan to his strokes. Well, shit, I ain't never piped anyone in my life then. But it's true. But I have heard actually from a lot of women that funny guys seem to, you know.
Funny guys just hit different.
Yeah, got that right. They're reaching a funny bone for him.
Funny boner.
Aha! Aha! So did you make that up yourself?
Which one?
No, I'm talking about Candyman. Did you make that up yourself, dude? I have something from another book. It's called... What was it again? Nigilation 628. Thou shalt not throw shade if thou canst not run hands. It's very true. Oh, the new characters are for Granblue out on PC. Dang, I need to try them. Might do that tomorrow. Hey, let's get started, alright? So what's gonna happen if I say Candyman's name 5 times in the mirror? You'll get nothing but bees, and then a hook in your eye. Speaking of which, I hope they bring back, Thing there Todd for the role of Candyman. Some of you may not know this, but Candyman was actually one of my first horror movies. We get kidnapped by squid. What is it with Jordan Peele taking everyone's favorite pop and rap songs and then making them sound like horror movies? I don't get it. It was first there was what? There was 5 on it. Now Say My Name. I'm sorry for scaring young Drew. It's an important cutscene. It appeals to its target audience, black people. Yeah, it's true. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The break of worlds who guide our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. I don't know, but whatever it is, it's working and giving them money. Yeah, that too. Into the 5th astral era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across the Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign, and lo, a burning east in the sky, and led the way to these mountains of Urbana.
Huh.
A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open heavens weep, for no one soul doth lie beyond his reach. Word of the Doomslayer.
I forgot that Soldier had a 21 gun salute taunt.
Yeah, he does. It's a shotgun.
Yeah.
Default on the shotgun.
Yeah, everyone lined up and did that on the server, apparently.
Nice. Off to the infirmary. Oh, we're going to the infirmary now. Ever just fallen in love with the streamer? I mean... No, I have not, because that's weird, kind of, but I'm not gonna lie when I say some streamers I watch are pretty cute, like Paladin Amber. I mean, shoot, she bad. That's all I'm gonna say. She bad. I've
no had excuses. A dumb crush on a streamer once before. I never did anything with it, of course, because I knew that was ridiculously stupid to do.
Right.
But I had a brief crush. It was like, alright, this is not a good thing to be doing right now. Let me go ahead and get this out of my system.
Oh. Post nut clarity.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, no, I didn't jerk off. That would have been even more
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I know. I was joking. But like, shoot, Paladin Amber, she's cute. I'm not even gonna lie. I have no chance with her because one, she lives all the way in Australia, and I have
not my most shameful nut, but
shut up. Shut up. Bunny Ayumi? Oh yeah, Ayumi's she bad too. Shoot. Even though she wasn't originally a streamer at first, but she was what do you say? She was the Luke cosplayer, but she had to stop doing it because of health reasons.
I'm confused at how health reasons have to do with Luke cosplay.
I have no idea, but it's whatever.
But yeah, something I was thinking about bringing up, but it involves the virus, and I wonder, should I bring this up? Probably not.
Is it controversial?
Not particularly.
Okay,
I think it falls under Schadenfreude.
What do you mean by Schadenfreude?
Sour grapes.
Still not understanding. You gonna type it up? You gonna type it out to me?
No, I'll just tell you. Remember that prominent Virginia pastor who defied the order about closing his church and not having people around for the fact that he said that God will protect him from corona?
Yeah. Let me guess, he caught it.
He died from corona.
Yikes. Oh, jeez.
Today.
Ooh, boy.
Either that or he died on Easter. I don't remember when exactly.
That is a pretty bad case of Schadenfreude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Christian and all, but at the same time, God put doctors here for a reason.
Right.
And
I wholly agree
sometimes
with that
God
statement.
uses these people to get the message out saying, hey, stupid! Don't do that!
Exactly. What happened the last time God tried to send a messenger and they almost shot him down? 7 different, whatchamacallit? Plagues. Yes. Leagues don't exist to me, so I often get crushed on people who seem out of my league. I always get crushed on people who are way out of my league. Or, out of my league, I should say I'm out of their league. As in, I am...
You're out of your...
They're this far ahead of me in life, I'm all the way back there. I'm all the way
You want
back
a little
where
tip
the
about
corner-
that?
Where? Sure.
Here's a little tip about that whole league stuff.
Yeah. And?
A lot of people really out of your league have no one talking to them.
I don't know about that. Paladin Ember has a bunch of horny people in her chat at all times. I've seen many. She has posted many clips of someone asking for feet pics.
Let's try this again.
I know.
No one worth their time trying to talk to them.
Alright.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. On
Those caveats being...
Yeah, what are the caveats?
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance, but the resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions.
Uh-huh.
Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach.
So you have to convince the other people then. The presence of the 5 leagues are nothing compared to me. That is metal as hell. That is metal.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Alright.
Stola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you, Lot. Fred will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Got it. Why is it that Candyman always finds the ways to take regular sentences and make them just sound as badass as possible?
Badass or horny?
Either of the two. Your Aether compass can now be used to locate Aether currents in new regions. Alright, there we go. That's nice. Do I got anything worth putting on now? No. Gosh, 2 different main story quests? Yeah, the original sentence was the power of the 5 cog are nothing compared to me from Madara Uchi. Ah, Madara quote. Nice. Actually, I might as well just accept this last one. We get more badass by backing his words by clapping them in one move. Oh, yeah. So, Coden, what you working on right now?
Waiting on you.
Ah, right. So, I'm not sure how many people in chat have seen the anime Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl. It's a pretty good slice of life / romance anime. But I saw something early, something that made me laugh today, where it's like, hey, did you know how much I love you and care for you? And they're like, oh, that's sweet, but here's the thing, I'm not a real character. I know. It's really good. I think you'd enjoy it.
Say what?
It was this funny video I saw where this person is like, you know how much I absolutely love and would like to care for you? And then the person was like, yeah, as cool as that is, I don't exist, buddy. And it was just like, ew. Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. It's like, oops.
I feel like I'm missing what the joke is.
It's not a real character.
In the show?
Well, yes and no. You ever just have those ones where it's like, oops, accidentally got a crush on a fictional character. Uh-oh.
Not a crush exactly. I mean, Shampoo's my waifu, but...
From Urusei Yatsura, right?
What?
I mean, no, wait, from Ranma, right? Ranma.
Yeah.
Back to Bete stream I go. See you later. Alright. See you, Baby Jazzy. You have a good one.
See you, Baby Jazzy. Have a good one. Drew, where are you going?
Speak with Mefred.
Oh, okay. I forgot that these first quests are a bunch of walk around, run around, run around.
How many of them are there?
Yes.
Don't answer my question.
That is answer your question.
Someone would say this there. On a mission for Conrad to Aligana. Clear the barricade if you would. More villagers out there, but also more Imperials keep a close eye on things. You need to tread lightly. Journey to the Peaks.
Silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals. day after day after day.
Oh my. Whoa, what the heck? It's a hologram. Alright, they get it. So do you know who the Strange Rebel is, by the way?
The what?
The Strange Rebel?
No.
She's the voice of Aerith in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I saw she actually sat down to play the game finally, and just sat down to the point where you actually meet her for the first time, and she was
Hold on.
had a very wholesome moment.
What mission are you on right now?
A Familiar Face Forgotten.
Did I take that one yet? It's like, this area doesn't look familiar to me. Because I think, like, you had two options, didn't you?
Yeah, I had two options. I did Mephrod's first.
Yeah, I think I didn't grab that one. Hold
It's
on.
like one of the first quests. How far into this are you?
I'm at signed sealed to be delivered. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Because, like I said, I think there was two options, and you choose the second option.
Huh, nice. I guess everything you're seeing here is brand new to you?
Possibly. Give me a second. I'm gonna check. Which one was it?
A Familiar Face Forgotten.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't believe I gotta drive around.
No, I think I might have done that one. Because I have the portal over here. Hold on. Easy enough way to find out. No, wait, yeah, I've done that before. I've walked there.
Huh, weird.
I'm just having a case of brain not braining correctly.
Happens. Alright, here we go.
Let's see, Stormblood. I did Beyond the Great Wall. You see takes the lead. A Promise a New Beginning. Heaven of the Bold. Bargain Struck. A Friend in Need. A Friend of a Friend in Need. A Familiar Face Forgotten. And Prodigal Daughter. So, I didn't do the Namigo quest yet. I'm still working on that. Which is what Signed, Sealed, and To Be Delivered is about.
Alright, chat, question. There's one that's been asked many times, but if you could like die and wake up in a fantasy world of your choosing, what would it be?
Well, it depends on a few things, really.
Oh, really?
Like, who would you be in this?
Beats me.
I mean, it's one of those things. It depends. Like,
It's
for
a loaded
example,
question.
Like, for example, if you were in Dragon Ball, who would you be? Like, what kind of person would you be? Would you be a normal human that probably died multiple times when the big bad happened? Got turned into a cookie, got sucked up by Cell?
Got mauled by one of the androids?
Yeah, if you were in Rama 1/2, are you just one of the background students that sometimes gets beat up?
Oh, good lord. Don't even get me started on those poor guys.
So yeah, like it depends. It really depends.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Like, for example, if you were in Golden Boy...
Oh, good lord.
Would you just be a guy in the background, or would you be Golden Boy?
I want to be Golden Boy, like, shoot.
I know, I mean, like,
more
you're gonna have to put some more specification to that. Like, if you were in One Punch Man, who would you be in that?
Shoot, I don't know.
My Hero Academia, who would you be in that? You could end up being one of those quirkless losers who have no quirks.
Mm-hmm.
That sentence was redundant. But, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we get it, we get it.
Hey, I'll be right back. I need to put my food up.
Alright, see ya. Jeez, this dude really wants us to leave his village, huh? Man's got an attitude for real. Okay, I could wake up in the version of the hell I designed, but as the queen, where there are mages, vampires, demons, etc. Well, that's metal as hell.
What happened?
Look what Diamond Princess said in chat. Loophole, you never said it couldn't be to our design. Fair enough.
I thought you said anime.
Did I say anime? I said Fantasy World.
Oh, fair.
There's plenty of quests to do in this one, huh? Slay a Chapuli for its horn, and then slay a Gurabanyan Hornbill for one of its talons. Can do. Shouldn't be too hard.
What mission are you on?
Hard country. And there's a Chapuli.
Hold on. That's a mission I don't have yet.
Jeez, how far into the... I thought you'd be, like, way further than me in this, but you're not that far at all, are you?
No. I told you. I was waiting for you.
Fair enough.
I was working on side mission stuff. Wait for me. These things are not a cakewalk.
I mean, I already got one.
Yeah, but the point I'm getting at is that you're fighting stuff that's at your level now.
Yeah, I know. Wherever you go, I won't be far to follow. Coden, probably. Coden seems like that loyal of a guy, yeah. Well, he is that loyal of a guy. What am I talking about?
There's a reason why I'm usually a white mage in games. What?
Because if the magic ain't white, it ain't right. No, I'm kidding.
No, I was actually going to say it's more towards the fact that I take care of people. Part of my personality.
Fair enough. I don't know what type of classes it complements my personality, because, well, I'm sort of an all-rounder. I'll be real. I just help when I can. Flutterini. Why does that sound like a Pokemon name?
Pokemon. We probably should summon our Chocobo.
Oh, we probably should. Done.
And also, we should probably eat.
That too. Frick my food at? I don't have some food in here.
Do you need some?
I could have sworn I had some food in here at least.
You don't have any?
Apparently I don't. You wake up as a fantasy character. I'm talking you like types like Incubus, Mage, Vampire. What would you be? Ooh. As a fantasy character. Oh, there's a lot of different fantasy creatures I could pick from.
I would be a muse. But then again, those are usually female. I don't know.
I mean, to your credit, you can sing that well. I said can, not can't, by the way.
I heard you.
Okay, I was just making sure. I was just making sure you did.
If you said can't, I would have given you one of those smart-ass remarks.
Fair enough. Ah, there's the hornbill I'm looking for. Slice. Alright. Mission quest completed. Oh, alright then. Have you picked up all the Aether Currents in here? Out here? Or are there none in this area?
There are some in this area. I've yet to get any of them.
Oh.
Which is why we're driving and not flying.
Fair enough.
Let's see, this area... Where are we, the fringes?
Yeah, we're in the fringes.
No, this is the peaks.
But, hey, you right. Whoops.
Yeah, I don't have any ether currents unlocked to have any information on it.
Alright, so for fantasy creature, I wouldn't exactly say a mage is a creature, just more like a class in a fantasy world. If we're talking fantasy creature, I'm gonna have to either say maybe... this is actually tough.
Like me, probably something like a cat folk.
Yeah, you know what? That might be it. That might be it. It's either that or an orc. Y'all in a Batmobile. That's not the Batmobile, actually. Have you played Final Fantasy 15 Diamond? Because that's the Regalia, actually. That was a Batmobile. That'd be hilarious. DC Universe and Final Fantasy 14 crossover. Let's go.
You did not read all of that plot stuff.
What do you mean?
She was saying a bunch of plot stuff to you.
Okay, fair enough, I wasn't. I was working the rocks by Grim and Needed. He's got something for me. Can you go get it? Sure. Got your stuff for you. You got the Frightened Curl in the Grim and Needed. Oh gosh, that's an unknown territory on my end. That's just a Final Fantasy game in my life. Ah. Really good series. I'm starting to get really tired, actually.
There's an ether current to the west. Do you want to call it after this mission?
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, follow me. There's an etherite current. An ether current.
Oh, really?
Some to the west over here. Yeah.
Alright, coming. Oh, and another news, Persona 5 Royale, I think, is coming in the mail tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. And I have it. So I wonder how many of them there are. Is the usual amount? Yeah.
The usual amount.
10 of them and 5 that are side quests. Speak with the Frightened Curl in Grim and Enid. Let's go.
You know, it'd be interesting.
What's up?
If in the remake for Final Fantasy VII, that they decided that certain plot points that happened in the original don't happen.
I know they have taken some actual new liberties I've seen. Stuff that actually didn't happen in the first one.
Well, the question is, would liberties they take will eventually become superfluous?
As in permanent?
Superfluous.
I forget what superfluous means.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter? Oh. Beats me. Maybe.
Basically, something superfluous. Remember that time, I think in one of the Walking Dead games, where it said, blank will remember this, and then right before the text even went away, the person got killed by something?
Yeah.
That was superfluous.
Yeah. Unconscionably. How do you?
Unconscientiously.
Unconscious. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, you mean in that? Oh, you mean in that zombie game? Yeah. The simp. Oh, what was his name? Wait, which Walking Dead season was this?
Unconscionably.
Unconscionably. Never heard that word before.
I'm slightly surprised the game didn't decide to make us have to carry it, literally.
The dude with the
carry it.
glasses who we didn't like because he was hindering us. Oh, in the first season that we played on Halloween. Shoot, who was he?
On what?
When I played through the first season of The Walking Dead. What was his name? He had glasses on. About to look it up.
Which one? The guy in the first episode?
Yeah.
Glenn? No.
Not Glenn. Clementine. Let's see. There was Lee, Clementine, Glenn, Herschel, no, Lily, Kenny. Nah, Kenny was important. Katja.
Are we talking about the high school guy?
Ooh, that was Ben. Was that Ben?
Ben? But Ben didn't have glasses.
He died towards the end at the school. At the school. Ah, shoot, who was that? Because Ben didn't die until after we hit Savannah, if I remember correctly.
He died because you let him die.
Oh yeah, right, he died at the bell tower.
Yeah, he didn't have to die.
Yeah, I know. I granted him a man's wish.
Just let me die!
Okay.
I was being dramatic!
And you died dramatically. I don't remember nobody in glasses, though. Oh, terrible. Oh, trust me, we've said worse. We have definitely said worse before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, damn it.
Did you die or something?
No.
Why are you fighting a wind sprite?
I targeted the wrong thing.
Ah, alright. Yeah, I seriously don't remember anyone dying at the school now that I think about it. Was it that Asian dude and his wife? No, it wasn't. Because they actually got away, Because they actually got away. They got to live.
Let's see.
When we went to save Clementine, we...
Wasn't Glenn. Was it Doug?
Doug?
But he didn't have glasses.
You found that bell tower and got eaten by the zombies coming up. That was Ben.
That was Ben.
Yeah. He might not have... Yeah, he didn't have glasses. Ben looked a lot like Bete, honestly.
That's a mean thing to say.
I mean, he does! Long, tall, skinny dude with a blonde goatee and blonde hair? Ben was an alright kid. Shame I let him die, though, but it's whatever.
Well, he would have died later anyways.
Yeah. Rip to Kenny, too. That man had it the worst.
Oh yeah, you didn't play Season 2.
What do you mean?
Something that happens in Season 2.
What, did Kenny live? If so, then that's crazy.
Yes.
He survived. I thought we couldn't get him out of that hole full of zombies and...
He survived.
Wow. see how.
Plot convenience.
Huh. Poor dude lost his wife and his kid on the same day, though.
No, it's because his son was an idiot.
His son has a mental condition, man. Come on.
Are we sure about that?
Yes! The game even states it.
Did it really?
Yes!
Are we sure about that?
Yes. Nah, Duck was just stupid. Wow, y'all are mean. He's right, because it turns out his family dying was part of his shonen backstory. Y'all are the worst. Y'all are actually the worst. Yeah, it's pretty clear in intending that Duck had a mental disorder. Yeah.
Let's see. Checking the wiki.
At very least a form of autism, right?
Frequently displays symptom of ADHD.
Coden's about to fact check you real quick. I don't know. How much your folks have to hate you to name you Duck, though?
That's his nickname.
Yeah, I know. What was his actual name?
Kenny Jr.
Oh, was it actually Kenny Jr.?
Yes.
Oh, man.
His nickname was Duck because things just went over his back like water off a duck's back.
Wow. And they really do not like Lise right now. Sheesh.
Duck's lack of knowledge of the apocalypse is not stupidity as much as his parents protecting his young psyche.
Hmm. That's fuck. His parents gave him a name making fun of his disorder? Yeah, it's pretty fucked. That is pertsy messed up. What?
How's that making fun of his disorder?
Hmm. Because he said that things went over his head like a water off a duck's back.
Duck deemed to be dumb. He was nicknamed Duck because difficult things he went through, such as the apocalypse, went over like water off a duck's back. Meaning that he just went along, he just manages. Like it's nothing.
Uh-oh. What happened, Meph? What happened? It's a business as usual. Then the Tribune was doomed soon. They took my brother and our money. Cigarette. The Ratman took him there. He's good as dead. Alright. What time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, I think that's enough for one day. But we're finally at Stormblood, so that's fun. Anything I should do before I hit the log off button?
Make sure you're within the moon area, which you are.
Alright, sick. Alright, y'all. Well. That's right. Thank you all very much for watching tonight's stream. I had good fun. We have done quite a bit. Well, quite a bit. We've done, you know, the usual stuff we do every Monday night. But tomorrow, depending on if it comes in the mail or not, we'll be playing Persona 5 Royale for the first time, so... Yeah.
What are you playing it on?
Xbox One. PS4!
What PS4?
The one you got me, right. Did I ever mention
you were
that?
supposed to... No, you didn't.
Yeah, I was supposed to mention it, y'all, and he got mad at me for not mentioning it, but Coden's the one who got me my PS4 that you can see in the background behind me. Right there.
He was so close to mentioning me by name twice yesterday.
I'm sorry, I was too excited.
So yeah, Conan was here watching me open presents, and then I got a PlayStation 4. Yeah, my cousin got me a PlayStation 4. Later, not saying which cousin. You have like
usually
14
everyone
cousins.
knows at this point. Like, I mean,
I'm
come
just
on.
saying. I'm just saying. I deserve a little bit of credit. It cost me a lot of money to buy that.
Yeah, true. But you're the one who said it yourself. You were just like, looking at everything I got, I should be fine.
Say what now?
He's like, looking at everything I got, I should be fine. You literally told me that.
Told you what?
You legit told me after, like, when you told me that you were gonna get me a PS4. I'll drag Brandon in here. That the Persona heads will dominate tomorrow. Oh dear God, no. You told me after you said you were buying my PS4. He's like, I was looking at my savings and everything. You know, I was like, yeah. Even if I buy this PS4, I should be fine. Your words.
Oh no, I will be fine. It's still expensive.
Yeah, very true. But thank you, Coden. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But on that note, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.
Bye, folks. See you next time.
See you next time.